Hi Geminis, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your July monthly love overview. Couple of announcements. I also have posted your 6-month love overviews on my channel, so watch those. I'm also starting to do weekly readings, so watch those. And I'm offering 2 other options for readings on my website now. You can order a 6-month love overview. These 2 options I'm just offering through July, okay? So through the month of July, you can order a regular love reading, a 6-month love overview, or if you want a cheaper, shortened, condensed version of the love reading, I'm offering a discounted version of that for a shorter time period. All right, because I'm finding that the longer love videos take a lot of energy out of me, and that's kind of the tendency of why I am late. Now, obviously, stuff pops up, but I kind of also am sensing that I kind of delay a little bit because they just take a lot of energy. So I'm trying out this cheaper version for a shorter time to see how that goes. So that is just being offered through July. So if you want that, go click on the link below and order it. Also, that's it. Thanks for your likes and your shares and your subscribes and your comments. And let's get started. Gemini love life in July. What are the messages for Gemini's love life in July? Gemini's love life. Okay. And I'm using the Witch's Tarot. I know a lot of readers use this deck. I just love it so much. I've been wanting to order it, and I finally did. Okay, Geminis, what's at the bottom of the deck is Aquarius. I mean, the star, which is the card of Aquarius, a fellow air sign. Let me move all these over a little bit. Okay, what is in your past, dear Geminis, is the 8 of Cups. So you, first of all, underlying tone for the month is faith and hope. High level faith and hope. You believe in love, you believe in humanity, and you believe in the spiritual side of our evolving as humans and maneuvering through love as spiritual beings. Okay? You believe in that and you have faith in that. So in your past, with the 8 of Cups, you have walked away, possibly because you believe so much. And again, here the moon. Again, the stars. I always equate the stars in this card to this star card. Okay? You believe in love. And the moon, keep in mind too, that when you look at your natal chart, the top 3 signs everyone always talks about is your sun sign, which is your traditional zodiac sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Your moon sign represents your emotions, how you deal with your emotions. Okay, so this card talks a lot. I mean, there's so much depth in these cards. The water represent our emotions. The moon does, astrologically speaking. Okay, so, and if you walked away, it was a very tough decision. But it is something that you were feeling like your inner compass was telling you needed to be done. Okay? If someone walked away from you, you still believe in love. You could believe that they will come back. Okay? You're holding on to this hope and this belief. Because you also know, Gemini, that you can weigh any sort of decision. You can think about this or think about that, or they said this or they said that. But you are so truth governed, okay, and knowledge governed, that you know that things are not always what they seem. And you also know that there is, that things always tend to kind of work out, even though right now it doesn't feel like that, or it doesn't seem like that, or they walked away. So some people could say that means they don't love me, they walked away, you know. But you know that it doesn't always, that's not always the reality. People can walk away for all sorts of reasons. Grass is greener. They might love somebody else. They might want to love somebody else. Yeah, those bad things can be the reason, but it also could be because they love you and they got scared. It could also be because they had so much emotion that they got overwhelmed. There could have been a fight. They needed a timeout. Traditional Aquarius energy. Taking a hiatus in silence for a while. Okay, so you know that just because it may seem like it's over doesn't mean that it actually is. You have faith. And through this, using this knowledge that you have, Gemini, and because you're so interested in so many things, one, you can keep your mind busy. Two, you definitely know how. This is your primary position in July. You know how to remain emotionally balanced. You are the kings and queens of that. Because you can just use your mind to focus on something else. Learn about something else. Talk about something else. Okay? While you're waiting for them to figure it out. And you're perfectly fine doing that. That's basically all that needs to be said about it. And if they figure it out and come back, wonderful. If not, wonderful. You've got so much, there's so much in this world, in this spiritual world, in this physical world, to learn and absorb and teach and discuss, that you're not going to worry about the simple misgivings of a relationship, because it was meaningful and it still can be meaningful. Okay? It was there and it doesn't have to be not there. All right? You understand all of this philosophy about love and people and connection. You get it. The Hermit, this is your challenge or your benefit. I'm not sensing that you are going to be spending a lot of time alone contemplating this love. You may spend time contemplating love. You may spend time contemplating human behavior, human dynamics, but you're not going to spend time contemplating this love, because you have faith that and belief that this decision was made for a reason, and you trust them for that. You trust that reason. You trust their reasons. It's okay. What's grounding your July is the World. And this is the perfect card for you, actually, Gemini, because it's everything good. It's everything grounded, everything noble, everything that is the highest level of potential. It can be. It can come to be. It can go to a new phase. All right. Everything can always be more. What is that saying? What is that saying? What's the greatest room? What's the biggest room in the entire world? And the answer is the room for opportunity, room for advancement, room for growth. There's always can be more. Always more can be more learned. There's more to discuss. There's more to read. There's more examples. There's always more. There's always more good and there's always more bad. There's equal amounts of good and bad, but there's always more. So you are like the human sponges of information and knowledge. So you're always thriving in that environment. Okay. And then we have the Emperor here. This is crowning your July. So one, you could be dealing with an Aries or a fire sign. Two, you may just be choosing to be positive. Aries is the most positive sign of the zodiac. Okay. They can be positive to their detriment, but it always works out in their favor, because they're just going to be positive and they're just going to make sure that it all just works out in their favor, and it does. It works out in everybody's favor. They like win-win situations. So you're kind of taking on this energy of, with this person or this scenario, you're taking on this faith and hope and moving on and trust, being, trusting the situation for what it is. Trusting them, trusting their decision. You're okay with it. And all of a sudden, I'm sensing that because you did, that they are coming back into your life after they've had time to contemplate. And this could be you doing this, Gemini, it really could, but I'm really sensing that this is them coming to some sort of realization. You allowed them to have their time and their space, and then they've come to their realizations about it. Because the Lovers is a head or heart decision. It's blessed. It's a blessed union. Okay, it's a very blessed union, but it also is head and heart. You don't just run away with your emotions and, oh, I'm in love and they're perfect and they're beautiful and, oh, I've romanticized this relationship. I mean, yeah, it's like fairy tale land and we'd all love that. That's great. But you also have to make sure that you're choosing an actual partner that's going to be a partner that you can be a partner to. And that's where the head part comes in. Choosing wisely, including all the chemistry and emotions. Okay, that's like bingo. My greatest connection alive is somebody that has all the emotions and all the stuff to back it up with actions and stability and availability, loyalty, trust. Okay. Now, how you feel about this is joyful. It's as if you knew they were coming back anyway, and it's good. You gave them their space, and now they know that they can have their space, and you know you can trust them. How they feel about the situation is the Two of Wands. So they've kind of went out to figure stuff out, and they were looking at the past and the future. They were looking at you. They spent time in nature. They kind of wanted to build. They were trying to build their life almost. Again, fire sign. And then they just realized, this is not fun because my partner is not here with me. And then they just came back. Okay. And if you're in a committed bond, if you're in a long-term committed bond, this may not have been a long separation. You could have just given them their space. And they took it, and that's okay, all right? So, but this is a very good, strong union based on good things. You're calm about it. And now in your hopes and fears, though, we do have the Three of Swords. So there is a little bit of, in your mind, worry. Okay? Sorry, my dogs are going to bark. It's 4th of July weekend, and there's fireworks going on all over the place. But they are, and they're days early, so that's just so irritating. My dogs are going to be barking for the next 5 days. I know it. Anyway, so there's a little hesitation here because you're thinking, well, they did leave. So you might get emotional for a minute or start having doubts for a minute, Gemini, but then you're going to pull out of that because you don't like to stay in that space for long and you're not going to allow yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't have fears and doubts, though. Everybody does. And then in your outcome, we have the moon. So you're going to feel a little worried, but you're not going to allow yourself to sit here. There's too much good here. There's too much good in you. There's too much belief and faith here in you to allow this to be anything different. Okay, you will have doubts, but don't worry. All right, let's pull some high-level overview cards. What are the overview messages for Geminis? What are the overview messages for Geminis? That was the Empress that popped up. Overview messages for Geminis. The Fool, the Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, okay, there's going to be a new beginning and you're going to take a pause. Maybe your partner took a pause, to figure things out, but it's all working in your favor. It's working in both of your favors. It's going to come back around and be good. You're going to be starting anew together. I'm really sensing that. You're afraid that it won't work out, but it will. It will be very good. So don't worry. Okay. All right, Geminis. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this and enjoy your July. Bye.